Hello, how's everyone going? Probably should have asked that as a rhetorical question, but as soon as I can't hear you, I hope that you're doing well. I wanted to give you a bit of a triple, quadruple header in this video, consisting of a little bit of a life update, my plans for the last few weeks of FM with the TPS save, and then going into FM23, what I'm thinking of with the beta and with the actual long-term save as soon as the full game actually drops. I do have a little bit of a cold right now, so if I sound a little bit weird or bunged up or something, then that should explain it. I'm on the back end of that now. Should hopefully be gone in the next day or two. This is going to be more of an interactive video. It would be great if you can get in the comments and sort of leave me your opinion. There's a couple of topics mainly that I'm going to need your input for. I think there's two things specifically that I'd like to ask, but I'll get to them in the future of this video. So a little bit of an update from me, seeing as I returned to YouTube not too long ago after quite a lengthy spell away from YouTube. So it may not come as a shock to many people, but when you record a series, you do it all in advance, and it allows you time for, say, editing, going to your work, all that kinds of stuff, just examples. But I went away to the UK a couple of weeks ago, which is where I'm from originally, and now live in Finland, just in case you wasn't aware of that, to see the family, friends, all that usual kind of stuff. And then on the Saturday just gone, October 1st, I actually got married to my lovely fiance, which is fiance, no, wife. It's very weird for me to say wife at the moment still because it's very fresh. But yeah, I got married to my lovely wife. This means I haven't actually touched the TPS save myself for a few weeks. Don't worry, it's still going to progress, not a problem. I believe the last episode that I had was going to rejoin each other at the HJK game, or for the people in Finland, the Hoyoko game, which was the final game of the season for that save. Um, I think I'm going to likely continue as normal for the next episode. So the end of the season finale, which will be for season 2 of the save. I'm thinking of two options to try and flesh out the remainder of this save in a short amount of time, seeing as FM23 is like about a month away pretty much. Um, Option 1, I'll split the save into 3 parts, either like a start, middle, end of the season, or what I can do is like break it in because the season's kind of weird in Finland. So it's like I can do the Swarman Cup, which is going to be almost like the first chunk of it, and then have 2 more stages as it progresses, so like almost like a middle and an end. But I can kind of focus them more on maybe like European competitions because I'm not entirely sure how it works with the calendar. We've not got there yet, but I can maybe do like a European part of the video depending on when that comes into the schedule, and then obviously a season finale to end everything and sort of wrap it up. Second option is I kind of just try and smash through the seasons as much as possible to get some length into the save, and with that maybe it'll give a bit more of a satisfying conclusion, even if we don't get as far as we want. It'll kind of push us towards the right direction and get some years into it, and try and at least somewhat get to the goal of building the nation a little bit, even if it's not as big as we thought it was going to be towards the start of the save. I mean, that's kind of on me, and I guess personal life and all that kind of stuff, but it's not nothing that I would have changed, to be completely honest. But yeah, we'd cover like the Swarman Cup, the league transfers, youth intake, the usual kind of stuff, all condensed into one video. Of course, the Champions League stuff, or Europa League, Conference League, whichever one we're in, as we progress, will all be included into that. I mean, there's also potential for a like breakaway video here and there, depending on how we are going in the European competitions, as that's one of the main parts of the save, is to get this very small club in comparison to most European clubs, and the competitions themselves, to essentially try and win it and try and go maybe back to back. A little bit like these boys here, actually, back in 79, 1980. You Reds. But yeah, if you can tell me, this is question 1, if you can tell me which option you prefer, whether we do similar to how it's been already, we do several episodes for the season, or whether we try and do pretty much a season in one video and cover everything there. That'd be great if you can tell me which one you would personally prefer, and I'll try and cater to that. So FM23, I've decided to make the executive decision. As a Nottingham Forest fan, it's almost criminal if I don't take control of them in the beta, and try and improve on the stinker of a season that we've had in real life. So that's pretty much the beta plan. As you can see, classic here. We want to take the boys to this heights. I mean, pretty much every club that we ever have in a save, we want to take them to the same heights of then, and progress that further into the future. for the main save of FM23, I'm not entirely sure what I would like to do there or where I'd like to go. There's some ideas I've had, whether I almost do like a repeat of the TPS save and try and actually do a better job and have a little bit more fun with it and take a bit more time. Whereas this season, this FM22, it could be almost like feel a little bit rushed. So that's one idea that I've got. The other idea that I had was I read the other day that Astra Giorgio, I think it is, in Romania, they famously knocked West Ham out of Europe in back-to-back seasons like a couple of years ago, maybe like 5 years ago or something like that. And now they've had a big problem with money and the owner and all that kind of stuff. So they're actually in from the first division into the third. I'm not sure if FM23 is going to have the capabilities of going into Romania third division. There'll probably be some kind of mod to make that happen at some point. But to start off, I'm not sure whether it's worth going for a little bit easier of a save, like something which is actually in the game, or I mean, I'm not sure though whether, like I say, if it's going to be in the game or not. The third division of Romania, I can't exactly remember how far it goes down in this FM. Maybe they might even be in the second, but I think it was the third if I remember rightly from when I looked. Of course, there's endless possibilities of what we can do with our saves. Ultimately, it'd be a great idea, I guess, of me to gauge your opinions, as you should have a good say of what kind of content you get. So which kind of save, this is the second question by the way, would you like to see? Would you like a Rags to Riches, a Build a Nation, Glory Hunter, realistic approaches to saves? Like, what kind of thing are you after? And I can try and put something together which will more suit your taste. That's pretty much the second question. Yeah. So that's the second question. Make sure to drop down below whether you have a nation or a specific region or even a club themselves as to who you'd like to see me manage, and obviously all ideas I can take on board. Aside from that, all I can say is that I appreciate the support that I've been getting on the videos recently. To say I'm very small, I feel like I've been getting an okay amount of views for what I'd expect, if not more, and some of the engagement's been fantastic, which I really, really appreciate. It means a lot to me. But remember to drop your opinions for the two questions that I had, and aside from that, I'm out.